All right, here is what I like to use for kind of my hierarchy or my progression when getting people to do handstand walks or kicking to a handstand for the first time. So at any point, like in a workout, at any point where if somebody's like, hey, I can't do that, we can work on that position, or they would go to the progression right before that and they can use that as the modified option for it. First thing is you would need to make sure that they have enough strength to hold their body weight overhead. So a wall walk is good for that. So you would have them lay down and then their arms are locked. They walk in as far as they can go, come back out. Okay. If they can do that, that shows that they have the strength overhead. All these things, they have to keep the arms locked. If they bend the arms at all, now we're just hanging on the triceps, we're not as strong, that's when we can fold. When you're teaching somebody or somebody's trying to learn this for the first time, that's the worst thing. You don't want anybody to fold. Your body's gonna try to go into defense mode and then kind of bend and tuck. We gotta make sure that we can challenge it enough to keep the arms locked out and straight. Okay, so from there, if they are comfortable with that, we know they have the strength to go overhead. So now we're gonna start kind of like these little like teeter-totter kind of deals where I'm gonna start getting 1 foot off the ground. I'm gonna shift the weight onto my hands, but my leg that is planted first is gonna stay down a little bit so I don't go all the way over. Okay, and you can do this anywhere. So you would just go here, shift the weight to there. Okay, they're gonna do that a bunch. Okay, they're gonna get comfortable with that. Then as they're extremely comfortable, we're gonna go up a little bit higher. So they would kick up a little bit higher. And then from there, kick up a little bit higher. Now at that point though, I would have them facing the wall. So they would be here doing the same thing, okay? Now you see my foot touch the wall. That's the point where now I'm gonna have the other foot come up. My left leg leads, and then my right leg is gonna follow, okay? So now I'm up, and then back down, okay? From there, we can kick to the wall. Now the next step is I want to kick up, but try to barely touch the wall, okay? That little bit of the touch is a point when we're out here, we would actually start the walk, because that's when gravity, the balance, and our balance is going to be leading forward. We would then follow that with our hands, okay? After they're comfortable with that, the next step is going to be taking 1 step there. So if I kicked up and my hands were here, so maybe 6 to 8 inches away from the wall, now I'm going to kick up where I'm about maybe a foot away from the wall. And then I'm going to take 1 step and I'm there at the wall, okay? And then I'm at the wall, okay? So I would work that. You can, if they get it really comfortable, you can go 2 steps into the wall. I'm not a fan of that sometimes just because when we're learning, we kick over. Now you kick over and there's a wall and we're too far away from it. So just 1 foot away from the wall, lean in, we're there at the wall, come on back down. From that point, I actually like to come out here, but I don't like to start walking. I want to see if people can kick up nice and easy and just hold a handstand. Now they're not gonna be able to hold in place, they're gonna move around. Maybe you pick a square and they have to then just kind of stay inside that square. So they're there and they're kind of moving all around and seeing if they can stay in that space. After they do that, now's the time where we can start moving. But I'm gonna make sure that I tell them, hey, like I want you to kick up and find that balance point, and then all that I need is for your weight to barely shift forward, and then we start the actual walk. If we say, okay, we're gonna kick up, and then we just kick up fast, we're gonna go over. Okay, so they have to know how to roll out of it or spin out of it. So I like to, hey, we're gonna take these little baby steps, literally like with our hands are gonna be inch by inch. I'm not trying to take these huge steps, okay? So they would kick up, and then it's just small steps. They get comfortable with that. Kick up easier. Okay, now we're going a little bit more on the walk. They get comfortable, but it's under control at all times. They have to kick up smooth, okay? So they're kicking up, the one leg goes up, the other leg is pulling itself. I'm not throwing my whole body upside down, because when that happens, the hand, kind of the natural reaction of our body's hand's gonna come up to brace, and then we're gonna fall back. And you'll see people doing that a lot, where they kick up too fast and they go here. And it's like, oh, I can't get up there. Like, and then they'll try to go bam, and it's like, and you see as soon as my hand comes, that provides that braking motion, and it comes back down. We gotta allow ourselves to get upside down before we actually start moving forward, okay? But don't rush the process, don't rush it. Like, make sure you are comfortable where you're at, and you're like, hey, I could do this all day. And then move on to the next progression. This is not something that you probably won't get this in a day. This is something that's gonna come with repetitive practice on that progression, and then move to the next one. Master the next one, and then move to the next one. And keep doing that, and then eventually you're gonna be out here walking and you're comfortable with it.